nimuda. Say best small jifu bi mana ba jiwi ase. Mo catch the say yes. Sana ye Elijah. Na ye nim se emre bi beba. Na ye nim se emre bi beba. Na ye nim se emre bi beba.
Viewers, as always, we come to you. This is Asumje Ntontonsum, the third religion that has been brought on earth by Nyame Somafo Yawoh, His Holiness. He said the Most High God have sent him. Who is this Most High God? He explained to us that his name is Rabbi. And there he gave him the religion to bring to humanity, and also built on earth the third holy temple. So many prophecies says the temple will come in the Jewish Bible. It says in the Islamic books, and so we're looking forward to have it. Now it has come. It is not only for the people of Ghana, but it is traveling across the world. So anyone from any part of the world that comes, we would like to know what they believe about it, what they've heard about it, and what they know about it. Today, you are here with me to hear from a woman who is a descendant of David, who is an Israelite, and she is by name Shivakia. We will speak with her, hear her side of story about a religion that is to come and what she takes of it, and you'll be happy hearing about this story. We will go straight to her and then we'll talk much. Okay. Should I say Miss or Mrs. or we say Shivakia?
You can say Shivaki, but it's Mrs.
So it's Shivakia, yeah. Mrs. Okay. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
We've heard you traveled straight from Israel. A visit to Ghana have revealed to you about the Elijah who have come, and then his religion that is, or doctrine that is given to humanity. As he said, God have sent him. Being an Israelite, you might have heard about coming of an Elijah or a messenger of God.
Yeah, two witnesses.
Okay.
Elijah and Moses.
Okay. So we would like to know who you are. Then you tell us what you know about the coming of these witnesses.
Well, I'm a mother and a grandmother, and I'm a singer. You know, I sing all over the world. And but the main thing I'm a strong believer in the God that created us. Okay? And so, you know, there's many predictions and many people staking claim to many things. But when I met Elijah, he just took me. You know, I took his hand and he took me. And he started calling me at my home here and telling my husband he wants me to do this and wants me to do that. I said, well, who is he? And he said, he's Elijah. I thought about that. Now, I've never met anyone. I've met people that claim to be certain things, but I never met anyone that claimed to be Elijah, of the two witnesses that's supposed to come in the end days. Okay? So I'm not quick to dismiss things, you know, to say he's not that. No. That's not in me. I met him, and I sat and talked with him, and he kept calling me. So that's what I'm doing here now, you know, because he called me and he made me or dressed me like a queen mother. I've never been a queen mother. So just for that alone, I love him. But the thing I love the most is looking out at those chairs and those hundreds of black people staring back at me was the most exciting thing that I've ever seen. You understand? So with a person like that, I'm willing to take a chance. Okay? I'm willing to take a chance on him. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm taking a chance and I'm seeing, because whoever he claims to be, like I was born Shirakia, but Shirakia means honor and praises to the God of Israel. But I have to prove that. I don't care what my name is. So his job is to convince the people that he's got a mission from God and he's fulfilling.
Okay. Shvakia, you've said a lot. We would like to know, our audience would like to know. You are an Israelite.
Yes.
If we talk about the way of life which we call religion, those who first have it are the Israelites.
Well,
Per history.
yeah, per
and
history.
The folktales, yeah.
Okay, but who wrote the history?
So practicing the way of life or the way of God, which says that the Israelites believe in a monotheism God. That is
Right.
one God.
Right,
And it came to Abraham.
right,
Then it traveled across, it kept moving on.
right.
Coming to see what the Elijah is preaching, the teaching he's giving here, asking that humans have to worship one God, which is falling on the monotheism God.
Okay.
You being an Israelite, you've come to see him, you've touched him. If we ask you, what is the confirmation, or what can you say is missing here, or what do we have here?
Missing? Well, I wouldn't be a good judge of missing,
Okay.
because, I mean, I've been a Hebrew Israelite all my life, but I don't think that we have all the answers. That's one thing. And our God is smart enough to spread that news or that power around so it can't be destroyed. You understand what I'm saying? So when somebody tells me they represent my God, the first thing I'm going to do is investigate. And I told you the way I investigate, I just touch their hands. And then I know, like I know about Elijah. His mission is everything. I don't know about that. I just know he's genuine in his cause. And we all have to pray to the God of Israel and ask, or the God of the universe, I like to say, and ask them to give us the eyesight and the earsight and the heart to really, really learn each other. Because he's who he is, but who are you in this scheme of things? Who is that? Anybody? What's their job? Like my name is Shavach. That means honor and praises of Yah, which is the God of Israel, but it's the God of the universe. And my middle name is Davida, because I'm from the ancestry of David. That's the feminine name for David in Hebrew, Davida. So my name means she who, or he who praises and honors Yah become David, which is the apple of his eye. That's what it means. So I'm just learning about me. You understand what I'm saying? So meeting a young black man that's trying to lead the people in a good direction, he's got my support. Because the process of learning is the same. It's from the same God. If that's who you believe in and trust in, the God that created us all. And I believe he has that same God in his heart. And I believe he says he is. And if he's not, Yah will make him that.
So the fact that you've seen him not mad and sound living means that is true. Okay. Now come to the construction of the third temple of God. He gives us a historical story about the first temple, which is the Kaaba
Right.
at Mecca, Saudi Arabia now. And then the second temple was the Temple of Solomon.
Right.
And there's prophecy, or there are prophecies that says that there's going to be a third holy temple. And so he says he has come onto the earth to build, and in fact he has built it, of which you are a witness to it. Now when we talk about the temple, he mentioned that the significance of the temple is to dwell on God's religion. You are an Israelite. What is the significance of the temple that existed in Israel?
Well, my community, we don't call ourselves religious.
Okay.
So we don't even think, we think we are the children of Israel. You understand? We're their ancestors. That has nothing to do with religion. That has something to do with who our mother and father was. You know, and you go down from place to place and you journey through your birth. So we look at it like that, not religion. So the third temple, I say we're the third temple. People are the third temple. You understand what I'm saying? But living in the times that we live in now, you almost have to build a third temple, you know, a physical one, for anybody to believe in that. How can you believe that you're a temple? But you are, because once you hold on to the teachings of the God of Israel or the God of the universe that created you, you become a temple. I believe that temple is for those that haven't got there yet. But once you establish a relationship with He who created you, you're the temple.
Thank you if I get you. So the temple per the Israel or the doctrine of your community is the individual who understand God and go by the teachings of God.
First.
So in our part of the world where, okay, then now let me ask, if we take your community out, the other part of the world, looking at how they worship God, call it Christianity, call it Buddhism, Hinduism, all the rest.
Yeah.
Do you believe they are worshiping God?
Some of them. Most of them are worshiping what they want to be God. You understand what I'm saying? You have to develop a relationship with God. He don't go through a teacher or a preacher all the time. Sometimes he talks to you directly, and you put it to the test. You put it to the test. Let's say something says to you, you know, Slovakia, go to Ghana. Ghana? What do I have to do? He said, I said, go to Ghana. And look what I found. I found him. I got married. I wasn't looking for any of that. I came to make music. You understand what I'm saying? But I listen. I listen to that spirit that talks to me. And I put it to the test. That's what God always says. Put me to the test. Don't underestimate your own mind. Because He created it. Why? So that will be a means of communication from God to you, who God you cannot see. Like you see a God saying that, but you might see your brother who does godly things. And God is there too. You know, we don't even call our community a community. It's not a community. It's a way of life where we came out of America, most of us. We have some Ghanaians there, South Africans, a bunch of different people. But we came into the realization that we had to accept that God was real. And the things that's written in the Bible was done to the Israelites, which they did to themselves because they turned away from God, are real, but they're repairable. They can be fixed. You know, we believe in the prophets and all the history, but we weren't there. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a belief until you get on the road of proving that. That's, to me, that's what Yeshua is doing. I believe he has a calling, and he's exercising it, and he's telling everybody what's going on. You may not believe it. Too bad. But if you don't, you better have something to believe in, because your existence is in trouble. If you don't, if God is not real to you, I mean the God, you can say the God of Israel, but I call him the God of the universe. Everybody. He created everything. And he created choice. So you have to choose which way you go, but you have to study. And you study individuals, not just the Bible. Because I'm sure somewhere down the line the Bible has been tampered with. I'm sure.
Okay. Okay. Shvakia, who are enlightening us on the way of life and the religion that Elijah is teaching to us. Today, his teaching proves that the people of Israel are on the move to put up a third holy temple collectively. They are putting collective effort with other nations to put up the third holy temple, in the sense that they have, and they are in the known that the prophecy says that the coming of the third holy temple and the coming of a Messiah who would be an Elijah who bring liberations and end certain problems that are befalling them. You are here today, straight from Israel. This claim, are you in the know, and what do you have to say to us about it?
Things in the Bible is two ways. There's physical action and there's metaphysical action. I wasn't way back then. I don't know. But I know this temple is being built on the backs of men that believe in the God of Israel. This temple is the first temple that I'm concerned with. You understand what I'm saying? If there's a third temple to be built, I don't know. But I do know there's a God of Israel, and I do know there are people, and people are actually the temple. Like when I come here, I come to a temple. I come to a temple because you got all these people that's celebrating a God that created them. That's you can call it a religion. It's more than that. This is a way of life. That's more than religion. Because religion, you can go home and eat your dinner after going to church and reading the Bible on there. But this is something you do. You do. You praise God. And you don't see him. Who sees him? But you have to know that God is real inside of you. And that's how I look at it. So the temple, that's temple enough for me over there.
Okay.
That's temple enough for me. I don't know if I can walk around it as many times as the people do, but that's temple because his heart and his soul was put into that. That's what makes it a temple. And he's got a following people. So for now, until we find out something else, that's the third temple.
He revealed, the Elijah you've come to see now, revealed that him being the messenger of God on earth now, saying that the God of the universe, his name is Rabbi. Then, if other nations would like to have peace, and humanity would have a sound way of life, we have to believe in that one God, the monotheism God.
Right.
And so
Yah.
That is the belief of the Israelites, that
Yep.
Yah is the creator.
Yes.
But
But
he
we say
said,
Yah, Yahweh.
yeah.
That's male and female.
Okay, so he's revealing that the creator is called Rabbi. Yah is one of the creations.
Well,
Yahuwah,
let me tell you this.
okay.
The word, because you're using Hebrew. Rabbi is a Hebrew name. Okay? So Rabbi is, I know you heard of the rabbis, and okay. Rabbi is the original word. And Rabbi means master teacher. That's what Rabbi means. Adonai is my Lord.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Yahweh is the God of the universe. He could be Israeli or whatever he is, but he's the God of the universe. Yahweh. And why is it two names? Because one is a feminine side and one is a masculine side. See, it's a lot to swim through. And it's written like that on purpose, because if you really want to receive the blessing of being used like he is by the God of Israel, I mean, this is a dangerous time to say that you're a witness for the end days. So I got love and respect for that. You understand what I'm saying? So the most important thing is that his coming to earth, however he came, is marking a time when you read in the Bible that it's the end times. Not the whole world is going to vanish like we think, but it's a beginning of the right way to think about God and his people.
Now let's go back to your profession and endorsing him. When you get back to Israel and the story start running around that we've seen you with a black man, an African man, who said he is Elijah, why did you endorse it?
My spirit told me to. That's all I can tell you. And I don't look at it as an endorsement, because you don't have to endorse a man of God. He either is or he isn't. So there's no question in my mind that he's doing the job of Elijah, because nobody else has their hands up volunteering for that. Nowhere there's not a white one. There's not an Italian one. There's not a French one. It doesn't matter if he's an Israelite or not. He didn't say. I mean, in the Bible don't say, Yeshua is an Israelite. It didn't say that.
So, not endorsing, but your heart tells you so.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay. Now my final question. He said that whosoever is sent by God, the Creator, is giving principles to give to the people that serves him. Mm-hmm. And those principles are written down as book. So we have the Israelite books, which you can mention the Torah, you can mention the Tobit, you can mention the Apocrypha, so many of them. The same way we go to the people of the Islamic sect, they have the Quran, they have other books. He said, him being the messenger of God, he also have a revelation to put down a book, which is called the Book of Power.
Okay.
Out of this book stands prayers that will help you to live life. And in fact, there are recitations.
Okay.
You being an Israelite who practice the way of life of God, what is your take on that?
My take is hallelujah. There's such a book that exists. We don't have all the answers. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody has all the answers, or he wouldn't have to send somebody like him if we had all the answers. So that's why my main thing is to make your own relationship with the God that created you. You know, you make your own, and then you make decisions, and you put it to the test. If he's got something written in the book, right, and it's in my life and I'm trying to figure it out, I'm going to read that book. You understand what I'm saying? It may not have God's name in it, but it's got his name. So I'm going to read it and put it to the test. And if it works out, that's it.
Okay. Coming to hear from him, you've seen the temple, you've heard some of his teachings. We ask you today to speak to the people, speak to the audience about what you have seen here today in Ghana. What do you have to say?
I seen a miracle. Because, you know, living in Israel or living anywhere outside of Africa, the stories that's being told about the African life and they're this and they're that and da, and the white people was running them and all that. I found a people that truly believe in the God that I believe in, led by him. So I'm happy about that. They gather here together, they dress, they go to the temple. You know, I don't see it as a religion. I see it as a way of life. It's a difference. Like, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, but that has nothing to do with religion, because there's Hebrew Israelites don't believe in God at all. Hebrew Israelites is from Abraham. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I see. I see a culture. I see people that come together in Africa, the Africa that I heard so many terrible things about until I came here and saw for myself. You know, and that people just like me seeking truth and love, starting with each other. You know, you could ask my husband when I ride down the street. Before I even got here, I'm riding down the street and seeing people carrying stuff on their head, and I was crying. And they would have had all my money. But you know what else I saw? I saw people that don't give up. I saw people that I could be proud of to be related to. You understand? I knew nothing about Africa, except, like I said, Mary McKeever's song from South Africa. I knew those songs when I was a little girl. And that dream I had every day, 4 years old, running through the jungle, chasing a gorilla. And it took me all these years to get to see Africa for myself. So I'm impressed, and I love it, and Africa is fitting to rise up. I know this for sure. Like they never, you can only keep a people down so long. They're finna rise up and take hold of what God has given them. I see that.
Thank you, Shuvakia. South Africa have to rise up, and that they have to hold on to what God has given them. What you've seen here is more than a religion. It is a way of life. Nobody who they claim to be the Elijah that the prophecy says he will come. But if you've come to see Nyame Somafo Yawoh, His Holiness, to say that he is the messenger in the end of days or end times, then we have to believe him and follow him. Thank you, viewers. This is where our discussion will come to an end. But as we say, this is Asumje Ntontonsum, the third religion that has come onto the earth and is been given to His Holiness Nyame Somafo Yawoh, who is the messenger of God and descended from the heavens, come in human entity and performing miracles with it. Be with us and follow us, and you shall receive the blessings of God.
yɛnim da sɛ yɛbɛsoma ɔgyefo bi ma na bɛgye wiase